The maintenance manual of this 2017 Mitsubishi Mirage specifies on their regular maintenance schedule that every so often the air purifier filter, also known as cabin air filter, be replaced. In this video I'll show you what's involved. This air filter is behind the glove compartment, which has been removed. It removes without tools, but I'm gonna need two hands. I'll show you how it installs and removes, very straightforward. So in this space is where the cabin air filter is. When you take out the glove compartment, this is what you see. The air filter is behind this panel here. This panel has these two tabs on it for hinge points, and it opens using this tab here. You have to pinch it, pull it a little bit, and then move it sideways like so, so that these two tabs slide out from that retainer. Okay, so it removes like this. So this is the air filter. It's a little, you might need nails or something to dig in to pull it out, to grab onto it. And let's take a look how bad it is. Let's have a look at this thing. Yeah, it's well, I don't have a new part, but what I can do at least is very straightforward. Just clean it out or shake it out or something, because these leaves and whatever don't need to be, whoa, looks like it can be cleaned to some degree, at least this way. Maybe, possibly, it's never gonna be free of mold or whatever, that black discoloration. So I'm gonna go to the dealership and get a new one possibly. So I found the dealership and they said for this part the new price is $30.95. That's not happening. So what I have here, of course, is a vacuum cleaner happening, and let's see how clean this gets after most of it being shaken out already. Well, it's not making it worse. I know it's not much fun to watch my toes, but it's getting better. And then okay, so this is stage one, and this is how clean the air filter is after vacuuming. It's free of all major particles that got sucked into the cabin ventilation system and is caught by the air filter element, and it lets air through more and more. And we're going to test it with this light. Obviously it's not designed to let light through, but hey, it lets air through if it lets light through. So let's look at this one in a bit of a detail. It's washable because it has a plastic frame that is PVC, and it's not a paper filter, in other words, and this is made of felt. Felt is wool, sheep wool, okay? Sheep fiber pressed and glued together. So I'm gonna clean it with water in this sink using some whatever dishwashing detergent and maybe some little bit of brushing, and just see how clean this gets with a little water. Because it's not paper, oh, it's already releasing a lot of dirt particles. So that's good. That's a good start. With that detergent, nice. Let's brush it gently. I don't want to tear a hole in it, even though yes, it's not paper, but I've never tried it on this car, and yeah, I'm trying to avoid at all costs paying the cost of a new part of this air filter for $30.95. That's not happening. All right, so far so good. Of course, it's It's now wet, so it's darker. Because it is wet, let's give it some of this dishwashing detergent and see what it does. It's not making it worse, so far so good. Yeah, the brush wasn't really working, whatever. It works really well just this way. So let's see how much dirt it's removing. Some, a lot, quite a bit, whatever. Yeah, just hand pressure, because this nail brush or whatever, just brush, is all it seems to be accomplishing is just to make the folds, the felt folds, just make their surface more fuzzy. So I'm not looking for fuzzy, I'm looking for clean. So something like this seems to be working better than the nail brush. Alright, we're going for a rinse. Alright, obviously needs drying and draining. I didn't make it worse. It's gonna dry and and the folds are gonna look perfect. So this is how the dried air filter looks like. By no means it is white as a sheet of paper, but it is definitely clean. Well, a lot cleaner. Okay, it's not new. Now, for installation, this one reads up front or rear, which means it either goes in this way or this way. It does not go in this way or this way. So I hope you're not dyslexic. It says up front or rear. So it's fairly straightforward. There, it's in place. Now this component here installs much the same way. There, it's in place. Now, before I put it in, forgot to mention that I also looked in the space where the air filter goes in and took out some extra leaves. So that's that. Those leaves were just caught in the duct work, whatever. Now, for this glove compartment, that's how the empty glove compartment looks like. The bottom goes on fairly simply. It's an open hinge, and it goes on these two round parts of the dash, just like in about this position, maybe there. Okay, and then we have this USB cable, so don't pinch it too much, and just push the glove compartment in place. There, it stays there and it's done. So how does the glove compartment remove? Open it down, and you're gonna have to bend the side with some force on both sides, just like so, and then in about this position it comes away from these rails. Now, what did I bend when I bent the side walls? I bent these tabs, which are purposefully flexibly mounted in flexible plastic, and those tabs catch on very simply this edge on one side and another edge on the other side. Okay, so the tabs just rest against this, and they need to be bent, not the tab, if you bend the sidewalls, those tabs will clear the edges here. Okay, it's very straightforward. The air filter, the door is on it in its proper position, so that's how this installs very, very simply. And this is the round bit that the bottom of the glove compartment catches. I do need to open the door, maybe not. Okay, and have a look at the clearance or the gap. There you can see the back of this hook or whatever, the tab is hitting the edge of the dash there, but it just bends out of the way and it just goes in like so. It doesn't need any tools. Done.